R Squared Rocky Mountain Horses presents Vincent Vega. Vincent is a 2018 Rocky Mountain horse, dun colt. He's very, very gentle. Almost anyone can lead this boy or work with this boy, as demonstrated here by my 6-year-old son and my boxer here jumping around. Doesn't bother Vega whatsoever.
Walk straight towards the fence.
Lane can lead him both directions here outside the pen as my dog runs around and the other horses are potentially distracting to this young colt. But he is very in tune and he's very gentle to my child here.
All right, stand right there. Say whoa.
As I'm walking down the road in a completely new scenario for Vega, we do encounter a vehicle, and as we will see shortly, he watches the vehicle, he's aware, he's alert, but never at any point does he become startled or spooked. This is typical of Vega as he sees new scenarios. He's very level-headed. Here we're going to see a new obstacle, which is our mailbox with mail inside. Again, some of these obstacles do not startle or spook him, and he goes with everything in stride. Our next object here is the saddle. As you can see here, we don't tie our colts until they're really well under saddle. We're going to use just a loose line, not tied. He's going to learn to plant his feet, or what I like to call find his feet. Desensitize just a little bit with the saddle pad. It's time for the saddle. We don't gingerly throw on the saddle. We like to desensitize and we do swing up the saddle onto the back so that he's properly desensitized when you're ready to turn him into a broke horse. He is completely ready for throwing that saddle onto his back and feeling the stirrups flop onto his sides. Now as we prepare, we do go to both sides of the horse, check the tack over on a young horse, really make this horse patient with us as we tack him up and get him ready. Speeding up the clip here, we do take some time making this small enough for a younger colt of ours and cinching that saddle up so he feels it all and that he's ready for it on both sides. Again, he doesn't mind this at all. He doesn't wiggle, he doesn't move, and we have a rather loose line on his halter. You can see here as we're doing our final tightening, he's getting used to that and he adjusts as necessary. The pressure for a young colt can be a big deal, but for Vega here, he's really taking it all in stride. Desensitization and disengaging the hindquarters. That really allows the colts to feel the saddle. So every time that I'm working with a colt, I disengage the hindquarters first. Vega does not react negatively, like bolt, buck, or rear with the cinch tightened or with the saddle on and the stirrups flopping. He is very, very, very gentle to this and accustomed. As we move him off into a lunge line, some colts might act negatively to this kind of thing and react with a bucking motion. Not Vega. He moves forward very, very willingly here, just like we were working without a saddle. So he is very well prepared for the next step here in the saddle starting process. We work both sides of the horse. He sees the stirrups and the saddle out of both eyes. At this time, we don't ask Vincent Vega for the gait. We're fine with the trot until we get a little farther with our training process. As we work on the ground with this colt, we're giving him the best opportunity to start his saddle training as the best way possible and preparing him the best way possible. Here we're looking at Vega so you can get a closer look at his gentle eye, well-shaped, pleasant expression, perfect conformation, his white marking, and then a balanced body. Vega will move around the round pen here for a bit to let you see him trot and canter. We do like to see both gaits out of a young horse. We don't want to hold them back in any way. We do like to have our young horses move forward so that we're not bracing them up into the halter or bridle. This is a great thing that Vega has been doing lately. He has had the crupper on his tail and the breeching around his hindquarters, and he does not mind a bit about this extra harness tack that we're using. And we're going to be ground driving him and showing him a little bit more about this bit of tack. He already knows how to move with pressure from the halter, so transitioning to this new tack is a breeze. Not everyone may want to do harness training with their colts, but here I am showing you that he is already transitioned to a bridle. He has a snaffle in his mouth just to show you his ability to go forward without a leader, and he is a brave boy. He does everything that I could imagine him doing as a 2-year-old colt and more. He will drive over the tarps, and he will do it calmly, low-headed, zero reaction. He turns, stops, and backs off of the bridle. He already knows these things because of the foundation that we had given him in the halter. So he is completely ready for more short sessions, teaching him about the bridle and with that snaffle bit. Vega sits here patiently as I remove his tack, and I'm removing the harness bridle here, and he lowers his head nicely. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out Vincent Vega on our websites.